Frike is an ancient grain from the Middle East that is said to be over 4,000 years old. One of the most popular dishes with frike is this delicious frike chicken soup. It's a warm and comforting soup that is traditionally served as a starter or light meal. Let's get cooking. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kitty, and this channel is all about Middle Eastern recipes and culture, with a special focus on my beloved country, Jordan. Here's what you need to make Middle Eastern frike soup with chicken. Frike is the star of the soup. For frike soup, you can use cracked frike, which cooks faster, or whole frike, which has a longer cooking time. I'll tell you more about that later. Chicken is the second key component for frike soup. If making a small amount, aka less than 10 servings, I prefer to use chicken breast. If making a larger amount, whole bone-in chicken is a good option. More on this later in this video. Then we'll need a regular yellow onion, garlic cloves. Olive oil is traditionally used to fry garlic and onions and greatly adds to the flavor. To create a broth, we'll need the following spices: bay leaves, peppercorns, cloves, and salt. To season the soup, all you need is salt and pepper. Optionally, you can add turmeric for some color and 7-spice for some extra flavor. If you use chicken breast, you can add an additional stock cube for some extra flavor. Then we'll need tap water, and last but not least, lemon to serve. You'll find the list of ingredients with amounts in the description box, along with a link to the printable recipe instructions. Ready to make frike soup? Yalla, let's get started. We'll start off by cooking our chicken. Add plenty of hot water to a large saucepan. To season, add peppercorns, cloves, and bay leaves, as well as some salt. Then add the whole uncut chicken breasts. Turn on the stove on high. For frike soup, the chicken is first cooked in water. This water will later become the broth for our soup. If using a whole chicken with bones and skin, the broth will become more fragrant, but the cooking time is much longer. Chicken breasts are a good alternative for making a small amount of up to 10 servings. Cook the chicken breast for 20 to 25 minutes on medium to high. While the chicken is cooking, let's wash our frike. Add frike to a large bowl of fine mashed colander. Check for any small stones or impurities. Then rinse under cold water and set aside for later. Next, let's prepare our onion and garlic for the soup. Peel an onion and finely dice. Peel the garlic clove, crush it with a mortar and pestle, or finely chop. Set aside. Let's get back to our chicken. After cooking in water for about 20 to 25 minutes, the chicken breasts are fully cooked. Remove them from the water in the saucepan and set aside. As for the water, this will become your broth for the soup. Obviously, it will have more flavor when using whole bone-in chicken, but it will have some flavor with chicken breast too. Place a fine mashed colander onto a bowl and pour the water from the saucepan to the bowl. Discard the whole spices and set aside the bowl with the chicken broth for later. Let's get back to our stove. Heat olive oil in the now empty saucepan in which you've just cooked the chicken. Once heated, add the crushed garlic and briefly fry to release the flavors. Then add the onion and fry for another 2 to 3 minutes until translucent. Add the washed frike to the saucepan. Season with salt and pepper, and if using, 7-spice and turmeric. Stir well and fry for a minute before you add any water to allow the flavors to combine. Now add the water in which you cooked the chicken to the saucepan along with the chicken stock cube and stir. Bring to a boil on medium to high. Note that the cooking time depends on whether you use cracked frike or whole frike. If using cracked frike, cook it for about 15 minutes at this point and for another 7 to 8 minutes with the chicken. The total cooking time is about 20 to 25 minutes. If using whole frike, cook it for about 30 to 35 minutes before you add in the chicken for a total cooking time of 40 minutes. Once the water is boiling, reduce the heat to low. Add the lid to the saucepan and simmer. While the frike is cooking in the broth for some time, we'll shred the cooked chicken into small pieces. It will have cooled down by now, so you can shred it by hand. I like to opt for a mix of smaller and larger pieces for my soup. While shredding the chicken, let me tell you a personal story about this soup. A few years ago, my dog was very sick and refused to eat anything at all. I stayed at home that day and prepared frike chicken soup to eat for dinner. My dog usually loves chicken, and the shredded chicken was the only thing she wanted to eat while she was sick. That day, I ended up giving it all to her. Luckily, she recovered, and every time I make this soup, it reminds me of that day. Back to our soup. Once the frike has boiled for about 20 minutes, add the shredded chicken to the saucepan and stir. Look how beautifully colorful and fragrant it already is. Cook the soup for another 7 to 8 minutes until the frike is tender. If you have never tasted frike before, it might be a little hard to see if it's done. As for the texture, it should be tender and not too gummy anymore. You can compare the texture to bulgur or rice. To serve, pour the soup into small bowls. Optionally, garnish with finely chopped parsley or cilantro. Serve with fresh lemon to drizzle on the soup. And that's it. Enjoy!